He's definitely getting my vote for the Doak Walker Award. He's the best back in the sport, and he's proven that out. 42-3 victory on homecoming. They got Utah State rolling around this weekend coming up, and our friend here, Rocky Long, is on with us now, and you can follow him on Twitter at Coach Long, Sdsu, and he's here on the Corky's Hotline. Coach, I just threw this out there that this kid has a shot, and I'm talking Donnell Pumphrey. At the end of the day, at going for 6,000 rushing yards, that would make him the all-time leading rusher in the history of West Coast College Football Division I. That's quite a statement, not just for him, but for your program.
I agree with you, and I think we're all enjoying being a part of it. We're enjoying watching him do some amazing things. I think he's enjoying the notoriety, but he's enjoying our team being successful, and he enjoys being part of being a national name and all that stuff that helps everybody helps the entire program. So I think we're enjoying it, and I think we're handling it the right way, and we hope that he continues to stay healthy, because if he stays healthy, he's got a chance to do it.
Coach, I'm going to tell you how we used to get so pissed off at something. Anytime we would have a loss, when we got beat by Penn State and we lost that national title, we were just one pissed off group. The next year we went undefeated. And we were always mad because we knew we let something get away. My contention is that South Alabama game, maybe that is one of the games that you maybe learned the most about your football team going forward. Is that fair?
I think that's fair. I think that we might have been feeling really good about ourselves and didn't go into that game with the same mentality that we probably should have or had before that. I think since that time we've gone into the game with the right mentality, and we've played pretty well and played well last week. But you never know, with this age group, they might be starting to feel pretty good about themselves again. So even though you remind them all the time, you never know exactly what you're going to get on Saturday or Friday. Oh, I guess Friday now, Friday or Saturday.
Hey, by the way, I'll tell you what we used to do. Every time we were feeling good about ourselves, Jimmy would pop that film on. We went ready to watch a game that we just got through killing someone. We have to watch that mess again, and we're going, oh, my God. We just got our heads down. 3 hours of that screaming. We're like, this was a year ago. Why are we doing this? He goes, because you're doing the same crap you did last year. And that kind of reminded of us that. And again, it developed leaders also, too, Rock. Are you starting to see leaders starting to emerge?
Well, as you know, we have our senior class, or the leadership group of our team, and when they do the right thing and they handle things the right way, it seems like the team does too. And I think we've got really good leadership. I think you can name them. Even our best player is one of the most competitive guys on our football team, and he hates to lose. And I hate to admit this, but I hate to lose more than I like to win, and that seems to be a real motivator to some guys, and I think DJ Pumphrey's like that.
I do too. Hey, I'm one of those guys, man. I'm not very good at shaking hands after wins or losses. I'm just not that guy. I don't know. But again, it's sportsmanship. I get it. These Friday games, Coach. I mean, listen, I get the eyeballs on the program, and I get the eyeballs out of the region. You're trying to reach out, and I get all that. But are you a fan of Friday college football games?
I am not. I'm a traditionalist. I think Friday night's reserved for high school football, and colleges should be played on Saturday. And now we don't have much say-so. You know, they set the schedule, and TV tells us when to play, and it's nice to be on national TV, but I'd much rather be playing on Saturday afternoon.
You think the Mountain West is better than what was advertised at the beginning of the year?
I think it's pretty much what everybody thought. Now, I think there's a couple surprise teams. You know, everybody thought Boise was going to be good, and they think we're pretty good. And the surprise team on our side of the deal is Hawaii. Hawaii wasn't supposed to be worth a darn, and they seem to be playing really well and have a chance to compete.
Tell you what, man, those Samoan kids that they got on those rosters and the recruiting that they do, that is always, like you said, that's just one of those programs that just jumps up at you. And there's gifted kids. Those are kids that UCLA and USC and you guys all recruit, but they stay home and they play because they stay home, and they're very family-oriented, a lot of the kids that are on that program. So this Hawaii group, don't look at the record. There's some talent on that team.
There's some talent, and the coach, they got a brand-new coach who's doing a nice job with them, too. I mean, they started off a little bit slow, but they're starting to beat some people. They beat Air Force at Air Force last week, and we all know Air Force is pretty good. and they've beat some people already, and right now they're 3-1 on our side of the bracket.
Coach, would you like to see a little bit more in the passing game? Is it starting to develop the way you like it? Obviously, you can't have 10 guys in the box on Donnell, so I would think for the success and for another great year, winning a Mountain West, that's got to continue to improve. Do you see the improvement continuing week in and week out?
Well, it's kind of hit and miss. I mean, 2 games ago, it was pretty darn good and backed them off a little bit. And then against Fresno State, we won the game, but we never backed them off by throwing the ball. Our tight ends did a nice job. We backed San Jose off a little bit because of the success with the bootlegs and the play-action pass, and we got some big plays out of it, and we backed them off a little bit. So it's been inconsistent, but we're going to have to get better at it to continue to win.
Coach, last 3 years have been absolutely successful for you. Have you noticed it in recruiting? Have you noticed it in the type of kids that have maybe been upgraded, or are you still staying the same route? You're looking for football players, and you'll find the position for the kid, or are you doing both of that?
Both. We're looking for football players, and we don't care who's recruiting them and who's not recruiting them, but even the guys that are ranked high by recruiting services and stuff, we're getting interest from. I mean, we can actually call kids up, and they're excited about seeing us or hearing from us, and so we have a chance to upgrade, but I think the program's always going to be built on the kids that we evaluate that come in here with a little chip on their shoulders, like a DJ Pumphrey. I mean, he wasn't a highly recruited guy, but he's one of the best players in the country. So if we do a good job of evaluating, we'll keep winning.
There's always something about those kids. Russell Maryland, we had, when he came to Miami, was recruited out of Chicago by 2 schools, Tulsa and by us. And he had such a raspberry about that. Every time he said, it was like that Brady mentality, Coach, where, hey, you took me in the 6th round, and he always carried that lumberyard on the shoulder. Same thing with Donnell, hon, how you guys recruited him.
Yeah, that's exactly the same. And it's, if you have enough of those guys around that have some athletic ability, they're a lot of fun to be around because they don't take days off. They don't pat themselves on the back, and they come to practice every day, come to work every day, and they're fun to be around.
Do they have a sense of humor? Because a lot of those guys don't have a sense of humor because they're always like this, Coach. What do you mean? What do you mean? Because that's me. I'm miserable all the time. So I was always like this. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm too short? What are you kidding me? I'm not short. What do you mean? And my coach and Butch would always go, shut up, dude. Relax. So is he a good and fun guy to be around, unlike me?
He is, and most of our guys are. Maybe it's an age group. I don't know, but they seem to be okay with it. And then, you make fun about how small he is and stuff, and he kind of takes that as a badge of pride. He doesn't worry about it, and he just goes about his business.
So you think I'm an old fart now? Is that what you're kind of?
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of like me. I'm never happy either.
Hey, Rock, you're doing a sensational job, man. And I'll tell you what, not just do you have the best team in Southern California, you may have the best team in the state of California. To go along with the basketball program, I think you and Coach Fisher, I want some of that fountain of middle age, whatever you guys are drinking, because I want some of that. You guys got those programs going in the right direction, man. They are the elite programs in California right now.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. We got another one this week, so we're going to have to play well then, too.
Wait, real quick before I get you out, who's the new AD?
I don't know yet. They're supposed to tell us today at 10:30 or something like that.
Wait, come on, man. You got the inside track on this. What are you, Kevin Faulkner?
They're making me keep my mouth shut.
All right, man. Hey, Rock, go get these dudes, man.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thanks.
You got it. That is Rocky Long, head football. I knew he knew. That's the head football coach at San Diego State.